had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row.
I don't even remember who his OC is this year.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
usually grabs like somebody.
it's the guy that got the Maryland job. What's his name?
Oh,
he already moved on?
Yeah, he's getting the Maryland job. Well, and that was the other thing they were saying on Twitter was like, that's a difference in the game. Is Alabama has lost like 13 assistant coaches in the last like 4 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And Clemson's lost 3. And so it's when your DC is not looking to go to another job, like that's got. I mean, it works perfectly for them.
yeah. And, I mean, it has to make Dabo feel a little more comfortable, too, knowing that this guy's not gunning for his job.
Right.
And he probably probably treats his assistants really well.
I mean,
You can tell his personality. He's probably like, hey, man,
I'm sure he's demanding of them, but in a different way.
Right.
I feel like Nick Saban is that guy that's going to close the door and get in your face and yell at you a little bit.
Hey, he might not close the door. He might do it in front of the cameras, but yeah.
But, whereas I feel like Davo's more like, hey, guys, we got to get this done this week. And, if you're not getting it done, he'll probably make sure that you know. But yeah, so I just thought that was an interesting stat, 55-4 in the 4 years of the playoff. I mean, these are clearly the 2 best teams. They're the only 2 teams that have won an national championship since we went to the playoff. As a fan, I would love to see more games mean something because it kind of – I don't know. It kind of bugs me, these bowl games where some guys don't – their best players aren't playing because and looking at it, I'm not blaming the athlete because looking at it from their perspective, they're risking millions of dollars
for nothing,
to really play in a meaningless game.
Yeah.
To get a little travel bag with some goodies in it.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I mean – when I can go buy my own PlayStation 4 in another month.
So what do you think? Like 18? 16 team?
I mean, I'll take as many as they can schedule, man. I mean, I still watch a lot of the bowl games. Don't get me wrong. It just I don't like I don't like it when guys sit out, but I understand the reasoning.
If you want to get that, if you want to do like a tournament like that, do you short like a longer playoff? Do you shorten the season a little bit then?
I think so. I think you shorten it maybe a week or 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then you move your bowl games up. And then the bowl games are your playoff games. And then it still ends when it ends. But, yeah, I think you do.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I think it's good, too. And it's also, it'd be interesting to see some of these teams run like a gauntlet like that to see if it's the same thing as playing like a 2-team playoff. And you going through a big tournament or whatever.
But see, and I've heard people say that, and kind of my argument about that is you've got the 2 teams, Alabama and Clemson, who has the better recruits. They probably got better depth. So even when you do go through that attrition and people get hurt, my backup guy is still better than the backup guy at UCF probably. So, I mean, it's still –
Just still get the best team.
Yeah, it's still going to be –
I mean, I think that, I mean, if you have a big tournament, you still get the best team in the country.
I mean – you're going to get one of those upsets, at some point when you do a tournament. You're going to get a big upset. But coaching as long as you have, I'd say 9 times out of 10, the better team is going to win the game.
Especially in football because it's a game of pushing people around. It's not basketball where I can hit some threes.
Yeah.
I can run around and avoid contact. Not knocking basketball. Well, I'm just saying it's it's a different game. Like in football, the bigger guy usually is going to win. It's physics.
I mean, just like you look at the O&D line of, a team like UCF, typically, those guys are probably closer to 6 foot tall. Whereas, your Alabama, Clemson, those guys are 6'3", 6'4".
And that's the biggest difference, the O-line and D-line guys.
And coming with that, people say, oh, it's only a couple inches. Well, that couple inches makes a huge difference down there in the trenches. Right. I mean, it does. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll take all the playoff games. I mean, I still enjoy watching the bowl games. It's just sometimes you're looking forward to maybe seeing a player you haven't seen all year, because we're in the Midwest and some of those late games I don't always watch on Saturday night because I've been watching film all day and but getting to see maybe some of those guys that I haven't got to see all year playing a bowl game and then find out, they're not playing today.
Right, getting ready for the combine.
Yeah, I mean, but I understand their reasoning. So I mean, I'm not knocking the kids because they're not. I mean, they don't really get anything out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I hear that. I mean, I mean, like I said, break it down. We got the best 2 teams for sure.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I feel like, we did. We got the best 2 teams.
So looking forward, is there a third team that could come up and maybe crack this deal? Because eventually it'll happen, right? For the longest time, we talked about USC a little bit, right? For the longest time, it was USC was top. Oregon was really, really good for a long time.
Yeah.
So Florida.
I mean,
Florida,
I would.
Florida's still
State-
good now,
Florida
but I
State,
mean,
too.
you know,
Florida State. I would love to see Miami, which they just hired a new coach too, Diaz. I would love to see the U get back in there. I mean,
you're always a big fan of like these like traditional
I
kind of
am.
programs. Like,
I'm a big fan of traditional programs in college football being good.
yeah,
The U, I like it when USC is good. I like it when Notre Dame is good. I mean,
Texas might be bad.
Yep, Texas.
oh yeah,
Actually,
there you go.
and on our prediction show, I said Texas would be one game out of the Big 12 title.
Yeah,
which
he did.
they made it
were.
to the
They
championship
made
game.
it to it, yeah.
So
All depends on what quarterback OU or okay. So this Texas quarterback is he a senior?
I thought he was a senior.
I believe
Is he
so.
done? So
Yeah.
we're moving on to a different
Believe
guy.
so. But it's Texas.
But it's
They-
Texas.
they-
So
program's
they
going in the
should
right
sure they got another
quarterback.
4 or
They
5
should
star
have a
dude.
And that
quarterback.
program's
Yeah.
going in the right direction for sure.
Well,
Bro's
they
got it rolling
somebody
now.
came out with the top 25 way too early, top 25, and they're 3.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Behind Bama Clemson.
Yeah.
Who they have one? Clemson.
Clemson, yeah.
I think I think
Texas 3.
Clemson. I mean, the way their quarterback played. I mean, right now he's the darling of
mean-
college football. He played freaking lights out, man.
He's different.
As a
He's
true freshman.
6'6". I picked Bama to win the game, and that was the reason why. I was like, no way a true freshman is going to beat it. And he picked them apart.
He did.
He was
I mean,
calm,
Trevor Lawrence.
and yes.
He looked cool under
He
pressure.
did.
He did.
If they didn't have that rule, he would be the number 1 pick right now.
Oh, he'd definitely, I think, be the best quarterback, first quarterback to go out.
And a big thing for him, probably to put him at ease, was that what they said that they. Well, I mean, Tuya scored right after that first play, but Clemson set the tone with that pick
and
six,
they
man.
gave him a little cushion. Yeah.
That was a nice.
He could
You
relax.
go back and,
Yeah.
and watch that coverage. That was really nice stuff.
That was a good job by that DB.
Clemson disguised it really well. But
I need to get some
picked it
speed
up.
like that over here at Charlotte
Dang,
Shanice.
we all can use some speed like that.
That
Yeah.
was nice. I mean, it was
Um,
really nice.
Can't leave the game alone without at least mentioning Isaiah Simmons. A kid from the Kansas City area, played at Olathe North. I coached against him when he was a senior. You were at that game. We were talking about it a little bit before we started recording. But that's the best individual high school performance that I have ever seen as a coach.
Yeah, he was pretty good that night. I mean, it was I told you were there, but I couldn't
Yeah.
believe he caught the ball that was going in to be a touchback, and he ran it all the way back. He jumped up and stopped it from being a touchback. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But yeah, he's a different guy. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Missouri and Kansas or Missouri kids in that game too.
Yeah. But yeah, coaching against him, definitely just give him a little shout out there, local product. So yeah, let's talk a little NFL. Got you guys both Chiefs fans, so are the Chiefs going to? Can they break through? Can they win a playoff game, a home playoff game? Haven't done it since the '90s. Can they do it? Is this the year?
I think this is the year, and I think some of that's kind of overblown. Like those guys, a lot of those guys weren't around, weren't watching the Chiefs. So I think us as fans, we feel that we haven't won in 30 years, this and that, and we haven't won a home playoff game. But Patrick Mahomes doesn't care about that. I think he's going to go out there on Saturday and he's going to throw it into the end zone as much as he possibly can, and he doesn't care about any of that.
All
And I would say anytime you have the best player on the field is on your team, I think you always got a good chance. Vegas has it as Chiefs -5. Like that, I think the only game Vegas was wrong about this weekend was the Eagles-Bears game, which was bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of
They
people
were
were
way
wrong.
wrong about that. It was Bears -6.
Yeah.
And field goal away. But as far as the Saturday's game goes, the boys have all been resting, and I think they got a lot of time. Andy Reid's got a lot of time to prep. I haven't really looked it up. Sammy Watkins,
He's supposed to be playing.
he's going to
Yeah.
play.
I believe so.
I saw Eric Berry's questionable.
He didn't practice, I don't think, today.
Yeah, he didn't practice today, but yeah, he has been practicing this week.
This
So.
week, but he didn't practice today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's predict score.
I'm terrible at score prediction.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
Here we
You got
go. Chiefs come out. The defense has been a little bit better. Well, I say that it's been like one game where they played the Raiders and the young corner and the young safety they brought in. I can't remember their names.
Smith.
And who's the other guy? Ward or
Yes,
something like
Ward,
that.
Ward, and I believe Smith's the other guy, I think.
Anyway, so they got sick of the vets that were kind of whatever. So they went for some youth. They played really well against the Raiders. I know it's the Raiders, and like the guy when he got the pick, the guy basically took the play off or whatever. Anyways, they're playing better. Watkins is back, which means the offense is going to be rolling a little bit harder. I got them winning. in a comfortable game, it's like 34-17. Comfy.
Wow.
It'll be comfy. And like you said either while we were talking or before the show, is there a stat that backs that up that Luck doesn't play good?
I feel like I saw one. I feel like I heard one or saw one on ESPN or something like that. But yeah, he outside in the dome he's great, but outside it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a little dreary out. I don't like Andrew Luck. I think he's overrated. So my opinion's probably.
Whoa!
No.
You guys, he led the league in interceptions his first year, right?
Oh yeah.
And everybody was just like, "Oh, he's so great."
But yeah, I'm not going to predict a score, but I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. In my adult life, the Chiefs have done nothing but crush my friends' hopes and dreams in the playoffs. And so until they change that, I cannot pick them to win a game. I mean, I said the same thing about the Cowboys. In my adult life, they have not done well in the playoffs. Okay, hashtag fire Jason Garrett. Been saying it every week.
He won a playoff game.
I know. He won a playoff game, a wild card game. Okay? If he wins, if he gets the Cowboys somehow to the NFC Championship,
He can keep his job.
then I will stop saying hashtag fire
Oh, is that
Jason
right?
Garrett.
You're NFC Championship, not Super Bowl.
If he can get to the NFC Championship, I'll
Okay.
take that. Maybe that's, maybe I'm just so down and it's been so long. I mean, I was not an adult the last time they were there.
I
but-
need the Chiefs to win because I need it. And if they lose, I need them to lose like a good game, right? Not like a game where I'm like, okay, so that Colts game, it's Alex Smith's first year, it's Reed's first year. We're wild card, make the playoffs. Dwayne Bowe's our number one.
Kelsey got hurt in the first half.
Yeah, and so did Jamal Charles got hurt in the first quarter.
Yep.
And we still were rolling on him, right? And we get up by 21. We lose the game in the fourth because they come back. It's the biggest comeback in playoff history, right? Dude, I went to Taco Bell after the game. I think I spent like $20 on myself. I've never done that. Like where I'm like, I just need to eat something. I felt so bad. I went and bought like all this food, and I went home and ate it. Christy's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "This game's killing me, man." And the last year's game was pretty rough too. But that Colts game, that one. So I think this year's actually it's a lot different. The team feels a lot different than the Alex Smith teams. So I really feel pretty good about this one. And I mean, out of the three teams we could have played, which would have been what Texans, Ravens, or Chargers. Chargers, Ravens, or Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Colts are the team I wanted to play the least.
Yeah.
I felt good. Actually,
Really?
I felt good against the Chargers.
I did too.
I'm glad because I'm like, you know what? I'll be glad we lost the second time, and then we get the third because it's hard to beat a team three times, right?
Yep.
So I'll take that second loss. I don't know. This Chiefs team's different. They never got killed, right?
I mean,
whooped.
No.
I hope that you guys are right because I would love to see Kansas City Chiefs win. I mean, it's a great place to be in Kansas City when the sports teams are doing well. So, I mean, I would love to see them win.
Spirits were high with like the Royals,
Yep.
World Series.
Yeah. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be
it's gonna be
really
insane.
fun.
It's going to be 10 times crazier than the Royals.
Oh yeah,
And the nice thing is all these dudes that are on the team are like super young, man. So Hill's super young, Mahomes, even Watkins is young, Kelsey's young.
I'm just glad I don't have Brett Veach's job where I got to figure out how to pay all these guys here in a couple years.
It's gonna happen.
That's
So-
the question.
Next season is $44 million cap space. They got to re-sign Hill, and they got to re-sign if they want to re-sign D Ford, they got to re-sign D Ford. So that's like 11 and 12 and 11 and 12, and the rest of the guys actually are not anybody like notable, which is
Because
good.
Kareem would have been in this group, right?
Kareem would
that would have been the
Kareem
problem.
would have been in this group,
That
but
would
they
have
don't
been
pay him anymore.
Right.
I mean, that's another thing I don't get, man. Like, don't put your hands on a woman. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, the NFL has made that clear that they're going to die on that hill.
Yeah.
So they don't care how good you are. Just don't do it. I mean, it's completely wrong. Don't do it.
Yeah, for sure. You got Cowboys winning this weekend?
No. I know.
Losing to playing the Rams.
Losing the
right?
Rams. Losing the Rams. I'm going to pick against them every week, man. Maybe they'll keep – I'm like Michael Irvin on NFL Network. He's been picking against the Cowboys for about 8 weeks now.
Trying to reverse jinx.
Reverse jinx them. So, no, I honestly, though, I mean, on paper, I think the Rams are a better team. I mean, would you take Jared Goff or Dak Prescott?